Hi everyone, it's Nisha. So today I am going to talk about my best of 2022, and these are not necessarily things that came out in 2022, although some are, but I wanted to share with you products that I use all the time, like every day. So there will be perfume, skincare, makeup and some tools. So let's start with perfume. This has been my all-time favorite, especially from, I would say, early autumn, because I consider it more of a autumn-winter scent. And this is Yves Saint Laurent Libre Intense. This knocked me out. So you might say, Nisha, why do you have just a little bottle? This is my second bottle. So I normally buy 30 ml perfume because I tend to get bored and keep changing them. But this one I loved so much that I bought another bottle. I bought only 30 ml this time as well, because this probably will last me to the end of the winter, and or maybe not the way I'm using it. So I will repurchase that again next year. First of all, I adore the bottle. It's beautiful. I was very skeptical when I read the notes in it because it has a lot of lavender. It has lavender in top notes and it has lavender in middle notes. And lavender is mostly, I would say, associated with men's perfume. And that's why I think that this one could be unisex. I think still it leans more feminine, but men could use it, no problem. It also has bergamot in it, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, tonka bean, which I love. So all in all, it is a very warm, quite sweet, but not like bubblegum sweet, very grown up, sophisticated sweet scent. It is also so long lasting. This fragrance almost takes me on a journey throughout the day. So at first I can smell the lavender and probably the orange blossom, and then I can start smelling the vanilla. So it is quite strong at first, obviously, when you first spray it on. Then throughout the day it seems to fade, but then in the evening I get this beautiful, I would say mostly vanilla and that tonka bean, that comforting, beautiful scent. I feel like I'm being, wrapped up in a warm blanket, sitting by the fire and sipping, I don't know, some warming drink. I don't know how to explain it, but I absolutely love this. You probably don't know that I am very much into fragrance and perfume, and not just for your body. I love all sorts of body lotions, candles, reef diffusers. I just love beautiful smells. So let me know if you want in the future me to do like fragrance videos as well. Anyway, please go and smell this. Obviously I always advise to go and smell it for yourself, because fragrance is so personal. Our sense of smell is different. It's different for everybody, and what we like is different. So I mean, I have bought blindly perfume and I regretted it many times. So get a sample. And also, I never go and smell, in a shop or wherever on those paper blotters. I don't understand it. I think maybe if you are very experienced fragrance collector and you understand all the notes, maybe if you smell that paper you can tell straight away if you're gonna like it, what it's gonna develop into. But I'm obviously not an expert. I always spray it on my wrist, and really I love to spray it on the top of my hand. To me this is the best place to test it. And I go away and I walk around for an hour or so, because normally the perfume will take you on a journey. That what you first smell is just the top notes, and the top notes evaporate within 15 minutes, and then all the rest comes through. So never buy perfume just because you smelt it on a paper and you think, oh, that's lovely, I'll have to have it, because unless the scent is very linear, I suppose it will change. So always go and smell it. Let me talk about skincare now. So to me, it's very important what I use when I take my makeup off. I wear a lot of makeup, so I want something good to take it off. And you might already know this, but I double cleanse with balm and then another sort of maybe slightly foamy cleanser. So my all-time favorite is the Heimish All Clean Balm. I've been using it for ages and I use it every single night. This is the smaller size, I just grabbed it, didn't want to bring the big one. I buy those to go away with. So I always use this. It takes makeup perfectly, doesn't sting your eyes, it's great. And what I use with it, I discovered these this year, these microfiber cloths, but they are different to your standard very soft microfiber cloth. I feel like those very soft ones don't really take your makeup off properly. This one has a bit of a rougher texture to it, so it really grabs onto makeup and also maybe gives you a bit of exfoliation at the same time. Just remember when you, this is from NYK1, just remember if you washing those, don't add any fabric softener to them, because they will lose that ability to grab on to your makeup. Now, so I do that first, and then I use another cleanser which I then just rinse off. And this is new, this is from Rephr Gentle Cleanser. I adore this, it's so lovely. It has glycerin in it, green tea extract, aloe vera extract and hyaluronic acid. I really love the bottles. I think they look very simple and elegant. The only thing I would change, can you see this spout? The end should be a bit more pointing down, because when I put my hand under and I squeeze it, sometimes it shoots out straight forward instead of to my hand. But so I use it as a second step, but I've tested it as well on its own, how it takes off makeup, and it does great job. I was really surprised, because usually those gel cleansers, this is like a gel cleanser, I don't find them very effective at taking makeup off. This one, if you use it on your eyes, it might slightly sting, but nothing major. And then what I usually do straight after that, I use the Rephr Rebalancing essence. It's very milky, watery essence with niacinamide, medphone seed oil, panthenol, betaine and allantoin. I don't know what they are, but it does something. It's almost like your toner, I would say. So you use it straight after you've cleansed, and then you use your skincare on the top of that. So these two were winners for me, because I know they were released this year and we've been testing them, and I am really liking them. Now for the rest of the skincare, you might remember that I've decided, after going back and forth about it, to subscribe to Beauty Pie. I am not going to go through all the stuff I'm using. I will link you the video, is it here or here, for my skincare routine. I am so happy that I went for it. I've saved so much money so far. I've tried so many products, and I'm really happy with how my skin looks. You can see it in that video. So yes, I'm not gonna go through every product, because like I said, you can watch that video. They are really worth trying. You know, you can go for 1 month free. You can get all the products with no pay membership. I think maybe you just pay £10. Try it for yourself. You can cancel anytime. I'm not trying to, because I know there is a lot of people that use Beauty Pie. I don't have any codes. They don't know about me. I'm just really happy with the products. Oh yeah, and the last one. This is my second tube. This is again from Rephr. This is the light hydration cream. It's pretty straightforward cream. You know, they are all about minimum waste. You can recycle this tube because it's metal. It has a simple cap. And this cream again has 5% niacinamide, dimethicone, so it has a bit of silicone, which is wonderful for under makeup. So that's what I use it. I just use it in the morning after I've done my serums. Obviously in the summer I would use SPF, but in the winter I don't use it that much. But I put that under makeup. For me, this is such a good, almost like makeup primer and moisturizer in one. Also has a squalene, so it's very moisturizing, and hyaluronic complex as well. This one is, I think, a bit lighter than the first one. They reformulated it after people's feedback. I really love it. It also comes with, you know that, oh hang on, I've got it here because this is the first one that I've used. You see that metal key like you use on toothpaste, so you can get out every single bit. So it comes with that as well. So if you, I think it comes with it, I'm sure it does, but if you order that, please check that this is not separately in a box, because it's very easy to throw it away. But I think this is so helpful. I actually have to take it off to put it on that one. Another thing which I suppose I will consider skincare is the Skin Iceland Dissolving Microneedle Eye Patches. And you might remember I did a video, I might link it here as well, all about caring for your under eye area, which I'm obsessed with. If you've been with me for a long time, you know why. These things I think are amazing. So at first when you get them, you use it twice a week for the first week, and then just once a week. I do it now maybe once every 2 weeks. They have like these little micro needles in them. You press them in, you leave them for 2 hours. You can go to sleep with them, but I usually sit in the evening for 2 hours with them. That's wonders for under your eyes. Absolutely love that. And the last thing is the Current Body LED mask. I've got one for neck and one for face. Let me get one of them out. So you might remember this has been sent to me to try. These people, Current Body, never asked me to review it, never asked me for anything. But I was so determined, because I am really funny with like beauty devices. I want it to be easy, quick. I don't want to be sitting there doing stuff. I don't have the patience, but I was so religious with it. I use it every single day for 5 days a week. I give myself weekend off. I only stopped using it for 2 weeks, you know, in November when I had to go to my mom's, you know, all about that. So I only stopped for 2 weeks, but other than that, I use it every day. Now, I can't say that I see any difference yet in my fine lines, although my crow's feet are so little now, but that could be in conjunction with my skincare. Just a disclaimer, I haven't had a Botox for a year now, so I've got no Botox in my face, and I haven't had fillers for almost 3 years, and I'm not planning on having them again. I don't even know if I'm going to have Botox again. I'm still thinking about it because, you know, I only get it here and here, and like I've told you, it slightly lifts my hooded eyes. So I might have it done for that reason, but I'm not in a rush for it. I'm quite happy with my skin as it looks. So that's why I'm contributing this to the skincare and maybe this that I'm using. But one thing that I've noticed with this, I feel like my skin is plumper and almost a bit tighter. I don't have so much problem with wrinkles. Obviously I've got the quite deep ones here from lifting my forehead all the time. Nothing will get rid of those. Botox would, but I would never have Botox here because, you know, that pushes my brows down. But I don't feel like any skincare or devices will get rid of them. It's too late now. So I don't have that many lines on my face. What I worry mostly about is the sagging and loss of plumpiness, you know, loss of collagen, and that's supposed to help with the production of collagen. And I do feel like my face feels a bit firmer and plumper from it, so I am going to continue using it. And another reason I like it, that is so easy. I just put it on, you know, you've got this Velcro. Also, you're not plugged into anything. This is you just recharge these batteries, so you are not like plugged into a wall. So I go and lie on a bed in the evening after I've taken my makeup off, do this. It's only 10 minutes, has a timer, turns itself on and off. I've got the neck one and chest one as well. But actually what I've started doing it now is because I'm a bit lazy in the evenings, and sometimes I'm, you know, engrossed in watching something and it's too late for me to go and do this. Now I do it in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I have this in a drawer by my bed. As soon as I wake up, because it takes me like 10-15 minutes, I don't wake up and just jump out of bed. I lie there a bit, put my TV on, watch the news and slowly get up. So now I do it first thing in the morning because I already don't have any makeup on. It takes me about 10-15 minutes to get out of bed. This is 10 minutes, so I'm quite happy that I started doing that. Okay, so this would be for skincare. Okay, let's do makeup. So for foundation, you probably know this, Delilah Alibi foundation. This hasn't only been favorite of mine this year, but for the last 2 years, I would say. I use the bamboo and spiced. Bamboo in the winter, mix them in between, and spiced in the summer. I don't need to say much about it. It's a wonderful foundation, especially I feel for mature skin. It's not thick, it's quite runny, but it has very good pigmentation, therefore gives you amazing coverage, doesn't look cakey. There have been other foundations that I tried this year. One of them was the Zara one of all foundations that I really liked. And I do use them, but if I want to have a foolproof makeup and knowing that I will be happy with it, I will always use Delilah, and that's what I use most days. For my concealer, I've been mostly using the Rimmel Multitasker, and I use mine in 060 all year round. This one is the lighter one if I sometimes need to mix it. So I have millions of concealers, but I seem to reach for this one the most. Then to set under my eyes, and I think I discovered it in 2022, is the Morphe Bake & Set powder, and I have it in brightening pink. I absolutely love it for under my eyes. It's very brightening. If you also, if you want to set your whole face, you know, if sometimes your foundation maybe is looking a bit too yellow, that will calm it down as well. Love this powder, use it every day. And to set my foundation, I might use a powder, but most of the time I use the Lolo mineral foundation powder in Cookie. So I use it every day. And also the Sigma matte bronzer, and I use medium the most. Love this bronzer. Since I got it, I've been using it every day. I don't know what it is about it, just the tone of the color is so good for me, but I would say it's very neutral. It's not too orange, it's not too red, it's just perfect. Also, it's very smooth, blends very nicely, so I've got a big dent in it. Love it. Now for eyeshadow palettes, this was very difficult, but I was trying to think of ones that I've used the most throughout the year and some that I've bought in 2022 that are my favorites. So I would say the most used throughout the year was the Sigma Rendezvous palette. The only thing is, I don't know if they still do this one, because you know what Sigma does very often? They will release a big palette and then like small ones, travel ones almost, they have colors from the big palette. If you can't get this one anymore, then the Ambience palette is perfect. You know, it has those browns and terracottas, things that I love in the summer. And then I've been using like crazy Charlotte Tilbury's Charlotte Darling. This is my perfect travel palette, especially for the summer, because it has those warm browns. I've talked to you about it before. I can get 3 looks out of it. Easy peasy, I don't have to think too much about it, and I always love the look. And then lately I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Dreams. I have that on today. Again, this one is not as warm, but it's not cool. The colors are just beautiful. Again, very easy because you have just 4 eyeshadows. There is not much thinking. Absolutely love it. And now 3 palettes, they came out this year, although Retro maybe was last year. 2 of Natasha Denona's Retro, because it has all these burgundies, which I love using in a winter. And her latest, My Dream palette. This one is probably my favorite Natasha Denona palette. You might think it's similar to Retro, but it is not at all. You have some of these warmer browns, so I have like a mixture here of pinks, plums. It has some cool browns and some warm ones, so absolutely love this one. Oh, and another one from Sigma in those purpley plummy colors is the new Mod. I absolutely love this palette as well. And again, I have here like a coolish brown for like an everyday look. Gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And I think that was the latest one. It's Morphe Midnight Dune. Performs beautifully, gorgeous, gorgeous shadows. If you like that cool brown look, almost leaning grayish. So I would say that you get very similar look from this one to Natasha Denona Glam palette. Now, when it comes to lipsticks, you know me and lipsticks. I love buying lipsticks, but I don't wear them that often. And I tend to go for something quite neutral because it goes with everything. But I would say this year the most I've used the Lancome Idol lip liner, but I think this might be discontinued. They are very hard to get. When I went to Spain, not in November, when we went in October, I found, I think, in the store 3 that they had, and I bought them all, and that's all they had. So I'm not sure if this is still available, but you can find similar colors to that. And Charlotte Tilbury's Dancefloor Princess, that's what I'm wearing today on my lips. As you can see, that's all I've got left, and I'm very happy because I got one for Christmas, so I've got a backup. I feel this lipstick is sort of pink, but neutral and quite natural looking, so you can change almost the shade of this lipstick with lip liner. So if I want it look a bit cooler, I will use cooler lip liner. If I want it warmer, I use warmer lip liner. Love this lipstick. I love lots of other ones, but like I said, this is about the most used product in 2022. I like lots of others, but I would be here all day. So I wanted just to tell you about the ones that I will wholeheartedly recommend and I enjoy and use almost every day. And when it comes to makeup brushes, you already know Rephr #1, and these are natural bristle brushes, but if you want amazing synthetic brushes, then BK Beauty. I've been discovering BK Beauty this year. They have sent me beautiful set of brushes. They are amazing, so soft, and apply makeup really well. So I'm not gonna bang on about it. I've now these two brands. I have few others, but these two brands is what I've got the most of and what I use the most. So now I've started getting rid of, you know, I've told you before, I have these old brushes that I cannot get rid of, but I started getting rid of the old brushes. They just were sitting there, but I never used anymore. As usual, let me know in comments what was your favorite product this year. Have you discovered something new that you couldn't be without? We do like reading comments. I think you all interact and read the comments as well, which is great, and give tips and tricks to each other. So please do that. But that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.